Yo, welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, we have a brand new event that has just come out, and that is an event that I have been waiting for a very long time, and that is Familial Folly. What this does is it increases the odds on Corruption 3 and 4 by a 10% increase, basically. Pretty good. This is a very necessary event if you do want to try get good cats or even good burbs. And this video is going to be going over trying to go for good cats. I do have other familiars that I will be corrupting later on for different videos, but right now this is going to be my first video out of the bunch of videos that I'm going to do. We're going to go through and corrupt a bunch of cats, but I do have a lot. I don't want to go through all of them right now. What I want to do is kind of break them down into parts to just make it a little bit more consumable instead of having a really long video going over all of these cats, because they can take a while. So I feel like doing 6 at a time is pretty nice because I can fit it all within one window, and I just have it named P1, so I know it's the first part. But going over cats that I already have, currently what I have is a 34% increased damage to fire, water, and passion cat. This is adding the base right here and then also the corruption 4. I'm kind of ignoring this. It can be higher for specific units, but yeah, 34% is my highest that I've gotten. And then I have a 28% unknown, unbound, curse, and fire type, which is a little bit higher if I were to do it with Kaguya because of the nature damage as well, which is pretty good. I also have a 17% blast and curse, which is okay, and then a 23% unbound and cosmic. So those are all my cats that I do have currently. I'm trying to get something better. I want to get at least a minimum of 30% for every single element in the game, and currently I have achieved that on 6 of the 11 elements right now. Let's get into corrupting our first batch of familiars. Now, like with last time, I went around 2 places to try see if I can absorb luck. So the first spot that we're going to check, and this will go by video, is that we're going to stand next to Griffith here, and we are going to corrupt these cats, and hopefully we can get something good. And now we have our first cat. We are going to reroll. I don't have a crazy amount of currency. I would have wanted more, but I have 123 and 150 Phoenix shards, so that is what we're going to have to work with. I'm hoping that I don't go through all of these shards with all of the cats, because I am wanting to use this currency on some of the other familiars that we have, like spirit dispensers and some hams, but for now my main priority is going for cats. So I'm looking for anything above a 6% damage, and range is just there, and then I'm wanting at least a 4% or a 4.5% for the elemental damage. So I'm gonna head and roll 4.3, well 0.4, 0.3, 1%, 2%, 0.6, 5.5, 6.1. Terrible range though, but that is fine. And ooh, cosmic 4.9%. Okay, pretty nice. Go ahead and corrupt. We'll go ahead and do this. Please. We are hoping for corruption 4s. Boom. Okay, we have a start. First corruption 4. Until the next one. Boom. Okay, a corruption 3, that is fine because we have rolled it to have good damage, so we're hoping for a high corruption 3 there. Until the next one. Boom. Okay, a corruption 4. We've got 3 in a row. Boom. Okay, corruption 1, that is fine. At least we're not breaking it. Into one more corruption 4, please. Boom. Okay, 3 corruption 4s, 1 corruption 3, 1 corruption 1. That is completely fine. Ooh, let's see how this familiar has turned out. I have seen a tragic familiar just before. 3 corruption 4s, and it ended up with a total of 4% increased damage. So I hope this isn't the same for me. 21% for cosmic unknown and water, not the greatest. We did get a 50% increased damage, I think, on the... Damn, we got a 50% increase on the corruption 3. That is kind of wild. We have a 35% for cosmic alone on this one. This one is actually really good. Our first one is crazy. Definitely completely different luck to my previous video that I did, which was a while ago. I know I wanted to do more before then, but things have happened. So man, off to a great start with the first one. 35% increased cosmic damage is wild. Now, onto our next one that we have. 4.6% blast. That's actually pretty good. Actually, what a great roll this is. I don't even need to change anything for this. I can go straight into corrupting this, and I can already feel it. This one, because it's already well rolled, it's not even going to do well. I'm expecting, you know what? I'm gonna call it right now. Uncorruptible. Okay, corruption 1. That's fine. Into corruption 3. Yo, if I could get 3 more corruption 3s at 50%, this will be cracked. Boom. Okay, 2 more. Boom. Okay, corruption 1 into another corruption 3. Boom. Okay, corruption 4. Blast would be great because it already has blast element on it. What else would I want from this? 3.5%. Okay, that means the range went from a 2.2 to a 3.5%. That means the corruption 3s were not that good on it. Oh, what the hell? What? This one's terrible. It got, what? Did it get 3 corruption 3s? And went to 9.6%. Wow, I got terrible luck with that. Okay, that is our first brick. That is our first one that we have. That is really bad. We have another blast one, 4.8%. Okay, not too bad. We can go ahead and roll for at least a 6% damage, and then range, maybe we just get what we get given. So we'll see how much this takes. 5.8%. Okay, maybe I'll keep a 5.8% because I do want to try see if I can keep as many Phoenix shards as possible. Go ahead and corrupt. Boom, boom, boom. All right, please, corruption 4. Griffith, give me the luck I need. Boom. Okay, corruption 3. It's fine. It's not the worst. It's not the greatest, but we'll take it into 4. Okay, we have a 4. We have it going. 2 already. Boom. Corruption 3. All right. Corruption 1. Corruption 4. Okay. One more corruption 4, please. Uncorruptible. Okay, that was our first ever uncorruptible that we hit, so I am not complaining. 3 cats, 5 corruptions, 1 uncorruptible. That is kind of insane luck, not gonna lie. Going into the familiar itself, let's see, we hit, what was it, 2 corruption 3s and 2 corruption 4s? I wasn't really pretty sure. Yes, 3.7% range. I don't remember what the original stat was. Was it 2.1%? So it doesn't seem like the increase was that high, so I'm not expecting the base acid to be that good, but this is probably not going to be a good one. 12% damage. Okay, that's not too bad, but Unbound and Cosmic for the Corruption 4s, it's okay. Overall, 25% for Unbound and Cosmic, but unfortunately we have Blast as the main element, so that is kind of one that is like okay, not the greatest though. Well, those are the first 3 that we've done. We have 3 more left. I had to like rename it because for some reason when you constantly rename the same stuff that's similar, eventually it starts to like censor it for some reason. I think it's probably like some sort of spam protection or something. So yeah, see, as you see right here, it's hashtagged it, so I don't know what I'll call this one. I guess I'll do that. So going on to this one, let's see what we have. 0% range, 2.5% blast, 2.3% damage. Starting off pretty bad. Let's go ahead and roll the elemental this time round first. We are looking for at least 4%. 4.5 would be nice. 4% spark. Okay, we'll take that. We haven't got a spark damage one, so this will be good if we can get a good spark corruption 4. Onto going for Phoenix shards. Maybe I would stick with a 5.5. This is actually really good range. Maybe I would keep this because if I can get good corruption 4s on this and maybe like I don't know, I think I'll keep this because like I said with my Phoenix shards, I do want to be a little bit stingy with them, so that is fine. Going into the corruptions now. Boom, corruption 4 off to a great start. On to the next one. Boom. No, come on, man. That was kind of expected. I was going on a pretty good streak. 4% cosmic. This game loves giving me Cosmic Corruption 4s. The other one that I have been seeing, not recently, is Passion Corruption 4s. I always get Passion Corruption 4s for some reason as well. Now, onto the next one, of course. Let's go with it. Let's roll between these like this. See if I can get anything pretty decent. 6.5, 2.4%. Okay, that's great. Now we are just, oh, a perfect 5% Passion. Now, unfortunately, Passion is mainly catered towards buffing units, so Passion damage isn't the craziest. But the nice thing is with Kaguya, at least, she can benefit from any sort of element. So if this is an insane cat overall, this should be good for Kaguya. So, ooh, come on. I'm getting excited just thinking about the craziness I can get from this. All right, please, 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 please. Corruption 4. Boom. Okay. We have hit it. First one into boom. Okay, two in a row. 3 more left. Boom. Okay. Corruption 3 is okay. It's not the greatest, like I said, but it's not bad. Into 4. Okay. One more. Please, game. Please. Boom. Okay, corruption 3. This could be crazy. 3.8% the ranges. Okay. Maybe I have a 15% damage for the passive, which would be pretty decent. And you know what? 28% increased damage on the corruption 4. I got blessed with the rolls. Let's go. Boom. 23%? 10%? Okay. I mean, this is not bad. What is that? 30? Is that 38% for passion? Wow. 30% for blast, curse, and passion though. Oh my goodness. What a crazy one. I like it. Okay, 38%. Is that my highest cat now? Yeah, my highest cat before was 34%. But now my highest cat I have is 38% increased damage. All right. I'll take that. Now we have our last one, which I accidentally renamed, but that is fine. Pretty distinguishable from the other ones because it is not corrupted. 48% cosmic. Sure, we'll keep that because why not? 48% is really good. 0.7% damage. Crazy. Come on. Boom. 6.9%. All right, that is great. It has been pretty lucky so far this episode. So far me rolling has been great and it's gonna continue. Boom. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. No, not that type of 3. Corruption 4. One more. Boom. Okay, hit the same thing. 3 corruption 4s, 2 corruption 3s. It's now 2% range. I'm wanting a holy one, man. That's what I want, a holy one. Cosmic Fire Blast, 10% damage again. We love to, why are we always getting cosmic? I did say I wanted a cosmic, but man, the amount of cosmics I keep getting is wild. We have a, what is this? 28%, 30, what? My math is not working. 33% cosmic? It's okay. I'll name it for 28% Cosmic Fire Blast. Man, have our pets been crazy so far? 25%, a 35%, a 28%. Where is the other one? 33% and a 38%. We actually have gotten some decent cats, which is really good to see. You know what? Griffith has given me the luck. This is going to be the first episode of many that I'm going to be recording. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys get as lucky as what I have been getting with getting these cats, because I would say I've been very lucky so far, and I'm hoping that I can reach my goal of getting a 50% damage cat. We do have a lot more cats to go through. I'm hoping I can farm out a couple more before the end of the event, but if not, that is what it is. But yeah, I appreciate it if you have watched this far through the video. See ya.